Welcome into the LakePoint Sports Show. Cory, McCartney, along with Symone, Stanley, and Symone. The high school baseball season start is just over a month away. There are still many uncommitted top seniors in this class. Of course, the number one player in the country today's Termarr Johnson still out there, but there is no shortage of talent waiting to find out the college destinations.
Definitely, like you said, headlined by Termarr Johnson out of Mays, number one shortstop, number one player overall in the country right now, according to the PBR rankings. But there's a lot of other hot names out there, including a recent decommit from Illinois, our guy Elgin Bennett. We've spent a lot of time with him this summer. You've interviewed him. We've had him mic'd up several times on campus. His latest travel team was Aggies USA. He's playing high school right now at Woodward Academy in Georgia. He recently decommitted from Illinois. He is a top talent right now on the board in the class of 2022. He has speed and he also has strength. So his exit velocity right now is around 95. He is super powerful at the bat, and he's also very fast. He's running about the 6.5 second 60-yard dash, so he has that speed and strength combo that you don't find everywhere. So it was last night when he announced his decommitment from Illinois. It obviously shocked the high school baseball world. I'm going to assume it's because Illinois was recruiting him so heavy early that he decided to commit there, and now he's seeing that he's getting larger interest after having a huge summer that we saw.
Yeah, certainly an interesting name to be decommitted there. He was early in with Illinois. I'm going to look at another kid who's decommitted from Virginia. That's Nathan Fink for his IMG Academy. He's going to clock to 104-mile-an-hour exit velocity, 6'4". I mean, there is still a lot of room for this guy to add strength, and he already has some serious home run capabilities. He's the top available player ranking-wise after Termarr Johnson, so I think you got to watch out for Nathan Fink to see where things end up for him as he enters his senior season.
So for me, staying at Woodward Academy right now, they have a lot of hot guys, especially in the class of 2022. They also have an infielder, Carswell Jr. He's a guy who is excelling on the baseball field, but also in the classroom right now. He has about 3.8, 3.9 GPA, so he has that IQ. He's also another guy that's known for his powerful swing and the pop that he has in his bat. Again, a guy who has exit velocity in the high 90s. So at Woodward Academy, they're really pumping out those strong guys at play. So we got to keep our eye out for Michael as well.
I really like Marty Boyd. This is a kid out of Mississippi playing for Easley Baseball Club for his travel ball. He's been here at LakePoint Sports playing in the future games. I mean, if you've seen out on video there, PBR Shooter Hunt just absolutely loves this guy's game. He's a terror on the base pass. He covers just ridiculous amounts of ground in the outfield. So I don't know where Marty Boyd's going to wind up, but man, there are a few talented players in this game in the 2022 class that have quite the range of talent that Marty Boyd brings to the game.
Next up, I have Victor Rodriguez. He is a left-hand pitcher out of North Paulding High School. He's been playing travel baseball recently for the Nelson Baseball School. He is a guy who has his fastball right now in the mid to high 80s. And PBR has continuously praised him for not only his fastball, but his changeup, his slider, and his curveball. So he is a guy who has 4 really solid pitchers right now in his arsenal.
I'm going to look at finally a kid from here in Georgia at Loganville, Dawson. I had an opportunity to catch up with him at PBR Georgia's preseason All-State. He was previously committed to Tennessee, and it seems like that's a reoccurring trend here. Guys who have reopened their commitment. But what I think is really interesting about Dawson being from the left side, he's a bigger kid. He's up into the 90s with a fastball. The curveball gets down into the 70s. He and I went through his pitch script for one of the most unusual changeup grips that I've ever seen. I know that PBR Georgia's scouting director, Phil Kerber, is extremely high on this kid, so I'm going to be really interested to see where Dawson ends up making his commitment to. But of course, everything, as we mentioned from the get-go, revolves around Termarr Johnson, and you think about a guy who is number one on a lot of draft boards for the 2022 draft. He recently went on a trip to Arizona State. Obviously, he's been at camps at Vanderbilt. He's been at Georgia Tech. If he ends up going to college, I think this is going to be, it's going to have domino effects where he ends up going, or does he end up just waiting and seeing where things sort out the draft? But I think where he winds up, what he does is going to continue to be a major storyline in this class.
Definitely, it's definitely revolving around Termarr, like you said. Also, Oregon, he visited. I didn't know he visited. He said Arizona State. So just having him in your uniform, getting those photos in those uniforms, is just going to help boost those schools' recruitment. But I think everybody is waiting to see, is he going to go to college? Is he going to go to the pros? college does still have its advantage, even though you might have the athletic ability to go right to the pros. A lot of guys still want to get that degree and still value the education that you get in college. So I won't entirely count out not going to college, but I know it has to be super enticing to go to MLB draft.
Yeah, as you can see, a number of 2022 still out there. We'll be watching it all here at LakePoint Sports Show. Until next time, from Cory, McCartney, she's Symone, Stanley. Thanks for watching.